Welcome to NYCU EMI support video series for non-native English university students in Taiwan. I'm Tiffany. In this video, we'll explore how to cite resources to add credibility to your ideas and to avoid plagiarism in your work. So, why do we need to cite references? The main reason to cite resources is to avoid plagiarism. Plagiarism is using someone's work, ideas, or intellectual property without giving credit. If you use someone else's stuff, you must give credit to the original authors. It's the responsible and ethical thing to do. Another reason is to make your work more credible. It shows that you've researched expert opinions and makes your arguments more compelling. And citations allows others to find and verify the sources you use. Through your reference list, they should be able to find the originals. Now we'll talk about what needs citing and what doesn't. Let's start with facts. Facts don't require citations. Common knowledge that is known and accepted doesn't require citation. For example, the sun rises in the east, there are 4 seasons in a year, or basic data like a fever is 37 degrees Celsius or higher. If you put this in your work, you don't need to cite. Standard definitions of words or terms that appear in a dictionary also do not need to be cited. Personal experiences as well. For example, in your self-introduction, you don't need to cite your experiences. Another academic example is the TOEFL speaking or writing tasks. You provide relevant examples from your life or general knowledge, so you don't need to cite. So, what needs to be cited? Data needs to be cited. Let's take a look at some examples. Research findings. Any data, statistics, or research findings should be cited. Specialized information. Information that is specific, specialized, or new should be cited. Quotations. Direct quotes from any source always needs to be cited. When you press copy-paste, you need to cite. Data visualization. Charts, graphs, or tables that present data should be cited even if you've changed the way to show it. Digital content. Yes, ChatGPT, YouTube videos, online pictures, music, TikToks, and Reels all need to be cited. For example, my videos have background music that I didn't compose and some stock videos that are from Canva, so I added the credits in the description. Basically, if you didn't make it, you need to give credit. Moving on to some common academic citation styles. Which citation style to use depends on your discipline. Here are some common ones. For example, social sciences might use APA, MLA, or Chicago. Engineering will probably use IEEE. And here are some in-text citations and reference list examples. In-text citations are the ones you put in the body of your work. Reference list goes at the end of your paper or in the last slide. Some styles look similar, like APA and MLA use name and year, but some are very different, like IEEE uses numbers. It's important to know the required or recommended citation style for your course. Since it's impossible to teach all citation rules in a short video, I'll just focus on the difference between direct and indirect quotations. A direct quotation is quoting the original source word for word. Basically, copy-paste, then cite. You change nothing from the original sentence. Direct quotations are used when you want to emphasize the author's specific wording or when paraphrasing cannot express the context as well. To show a direct quote, you will add quotation marks to the sentence. Indirect quotations can be divided into 2 different types. One type is a paraphrase. You change the sentence structure but keep the meaning of the original. When would you use an indirect quote? Sometimes the original sentences just don't fit your writing style. You change the sentence structure, but since the ideas were still from an outside source, you need to give credit. Indirect and direct quotations look similar. The main difference is that you won't add quotation marks. The other type is summaries. You're summarizing the original work's main points or ideas in your own words, usually by making it shorter or more concise. Although the writing will look drastically different because it's a lot shorter, the idea still came from an outside source, so you need to also cite. Again, this is really just the basic concept of citations. you probably need to do more work and learn the specific citation rules for your field. Now for the reference page. This page will look different depending on the style you choose, but basically it's just the last page of your paper or presentation slide that contains detailed information of the citations. It looks very complicated to type from scratch, right? Well, the good news is that there's a lot of online free resources that can compile it for you. Google reference generator for whatever style, and you'll see a lot of tools. Even ChatGPT can do this for you. It's so easy to do nowadays. In this last part, I want to show some common audiovisual or online sources that also need citation and references. I went to apastyle.apa.org and compiled a list of random citations from common online sources. The first one is from the news, so any data you collect from news outlets like New York Times, CNN, BBC need to be cited. The second is a TED Talk. If you use some information from a TED Talk or you show part of the video in your presentation, you need to cite it. The third one is a photo stock. Any photo taken from the internet that is not taken or drawn by you should be cited. The fourth is an open online course. The fifth is information or data from a PowerPoint slide. The sixth is a YouTube video. And the last one is from TikTok. If you're adding any of these to a PowerPoint presentation, you should add a reference page and list the sources out one by one like in this example. If your class doesn't require formal citations, at least add the credits somewhere. So that's it. Hopefully now you know why it's important to cite references. After the video, you can do more self-study on the specific citation style used in your EMI course or projects. And don't forget to take the practice quiz. See you next time.